Thanks everyone, please relax. Let's make sure this works. I will take it off while I'm speaking. Thank you everyone for your attendance here today, and can I first say off the bat, congratulations. It is a significant achievement, and I say that under these, I'll get that hanging off my ears so I'll stop looking like a dill. Under very difficult and trying circumstances, we understand it's been a very tumultuous sort of training period here at the Academy for the last 28 weeks for you, and we acknowledge the great work that you have done under trying circumstances. We've changed your program around a few times. You probably had a bit more downtime than you would have normally had. We've changed assessments around. We've probably crammed a few in late. The way you've all been very flexible, got on with the job, very little whinging. It is great to see, and it will really stand you in good stead for the rest of your career if you can roll with the punches like you have done through your training period. So I first want to just say thanks for that. Thanks for your consideration and your flexibility through what we know has been a fairly tumultuous period. When the pressure's on for you guys, you've got to get through all your exams and prac assessments and everything like that to finally get to this day, so you can get the chance to drive away from this place and see it in the rear vision mirror for the last time for a while. So well done, and congratulations. So that's my congratulations to you. Now, no doubt this is not how you would have seen your grad when you started here 28 weeks ago, or whenever it was with the break. You would have expected your family and friends to be here, and I'm sure, and I really hope sincerely that you'll get a chance to celebrate with them at some stage in the not too distant future. But unfortunately we can't do that today, except for a few lucky ones who have family presenters here. So it is, I really hope you get that chance to do that soon. Having said that, there are a lot of other people who have helped you get to this stage, and some of them are seated in the room here. We have instructors and managers and mentors and everything, so perhaps now's a good time we just put our hands together for them. So. Okay, before I go any further and I have my little say, will announce the award recipients. So we have a couple of awards to give out for each squad. So if I say your name, perhaps just if you can stand up so we can acknowledge you. For Squad 27, the Blue Ribbon Foundation Angela Taylor Memorial Academic Highest Achiever Award is Constable Tasha Ashton. The Police Association Fred Leslie Memorial Award and the Blue Ribbon Foundation Tyne and Air Memorial Operational Skills Highest Achiever Award
Academic Highest Achiever Award is Constable Tasha Ashton.
And the Victoria Police Legacy
The Police Association Fred Leslie Memorial Award
Elise Patchett.
and the Blue Ribbon
For Squad 28, Blue Ribbon Foundation Angela Taylor Memorial Academic Highest Achiever Award, Constable Bradley
Leslie Memorial Award.
Blue Ribbon Foundation Tynan Air Memorial Operational Skills Highest Achiever Award, Constable Rowan Davis. And the Police Association Fred Leslie Memorial Award and the Victoria Police Legacy Zero Harm Safety Award, Constable Daniel Freeze. Well done to those award winners. Now I just want to mention, I just want to talk about a couple of different things. As I say, you're at the end of your foundation training anyway. You can now go and apply that out in the field and learn probably over 90% of your job out there. And I just want to mention briefly two things. The first thing is community. So just never forget why you joined up, and I can't remember whether I spoke to you or you're swearing in or not, but what I do talk about then is your oath of office that you are signing up for, which you'll get today. You signed it back in the end of week 12 when you got sworn in, you got taken away to get signed by the chief, and you'll get to take that away today. Never forget, just have it somewhere handy. You don't have to display it on a wall or anything like that. It's just keep it somewhere handy where you can refer to it. When there's a million different priorities coming at you, on the home front, on the work front, there will be times when things, you might start to question, what am I doing? Just refer back to that oath of office that you are signing up for. And it's all about community first, second and third. And it's a really important point to remember. You will see people out there, police members out there, who have probably lost sight of why they joined. They're easy to pick up, where it becomes more about them and less about the community. They're the ones who have probably lost sight of why they joined in the first place. So everything we should do should be for helping our community and helping the community stay safe. And it's really important that you stay engaged with your communities. So wherever you're going, I go on about making sure don't fall into the traps that I did when I first joined. I pushed away all my old school friends, all my old work friends. And because I love the job so much, I slept and drank and it's really police work. It's about all I did. And then when I finished work, I'd go out and socialise with other coppers and talk about copper stuff. And it did me no benefit whatsoever in those early years to do that. I really implore you to keep engaged with your communities. Keep those friends and family outside Victoria Police close. Keep your old workmates close, your old schoolmates, whether it's a cricket club, whether it's Rotary, whatever you do in the community, stay engaged with your community. It will help you understand the community that you're serving, and it will also help you with decision making. It helps you with your ethical decision making. It helps you with your discretion, because you get to understand what the community centre is. It's really important. Just a couple of really quick stories. I was at a single member police station for a while, Tarnagalla, probably no one's ever heard of it, up there, Bendigo. And it will also help you. That was in the 90s, and I still get a call every now and again from a guy that was a local resident there, a bit of a hermit sort of guy. And I helped him out a couple of times when I was there. Now, to be honest, he's a little bit of a pain when he rings. And he rings probably once every 3 or 4 years. And I sort of shudder when I see the phone ring and it's his number. But then I think about, hang on, I must have had some sort of impact on this bloke. Because now he lives in the far western part of the state, and he still rings me every now and again just to check in with some crisis he's going through or whatever it is. As I said, it's a little bit painful, but it does give me a good feeling that I've had an impact on someone. So if you can, you'll never know the impact you have on people. Okay, so if you do the little things well, you will have a huge impact on people and have a huge impact on their lives. And so that's my check-in every now and again, when, even though it's a painful phone call to receive, because he rambles on a bit, but it does make me check myself and think, oh, hang on, I must have done something right, that I've had a huge impact on someone. And when I talk about the little things, another quick story before I move on is my folks recently had a burglary on their garage, and Dad had his tools stolen, $600, $700, something like that. Something fairly minor in the overall scheme of things, but to them it was huge. Now we're talking about my folks who are rusted on VPOL groupies, if you want, if you like. They're very proud of me, my brother, who's a PSA, and my daughter. visit detectable senior customer. Extremely proud. Coppers can do no wrong in their eyes. So they've had this burglary and police came around and said, "Yep, we'll do our best to find your tools, Mr. Dixon, and we will keep in touch along the way." Well, that was the last day of it. So Dad sent a couple of emails off, and he struggles with the email at the best of times. This is the serial number, or this is a description, here's a photo of something that was stolen. And I get it. The police that went probably had 1,000 other jobs that week. They're not going to check back with everyone. But I can tell you, my mum and dad were really disappointed because they never even got an email back to say, "Yeah, we've got it, we're still looking." Didn't get a phone call, nothing. That's why I talk about those little things. And I don't expect you to follow up with everyone who reports a crime. That's just unrealistic. But if you can, every now and again, just check in with those people, you will have a huge impact on them. But I can tell you, my mum and dad were really disappointed. Or the simple thing would have been if they had just responded to an email even, they'd almost be heroes in my dad's eyes. But he was left a little bit disappointed. As I said, these are rusted on VPOL supporters. So just keep in mind why you're doing things, keep that community focus going, and you will have a huge impact on them. So I think I've done that point to death. So that's probably my advice to you, is do those little things well and keep engaged in your community. And the last bit I'll go on about, I usually go on about something about career, but I'll leave that with the Assistant Commissioner to talk about. But the last bit is, and I bang on it about, through your training here, you probably heard me bang on it about it before, is keep fit. Please keep some sort of exercise regime up. Every doctor in the world will tell you the best thing for your mental health is your physical health. I know you've had presentations by Psych Services, and everyone who's probably giving you the same advice. I hope they have. It's really important that you get into some sort of routine. Please keep some sort of exercise. Now I get it. It's not as easy for you, or it's not going to be as easy for you as it is for me who's got set hours and everything like that. You'll be on shift work, you'll be coming off night shift, you'll be tired. You might have kids screaming at you to do something with them. So I get it, it's not easy. But try your best to get some sort of routine up. I'm not talking about running marathons or anything like that. Just your half an hour a day, walk the dog around the block, whatever it is. Please try and keep that as a routine. It will help you throughout your career. And I can tell you once again from experience, the times that I dropped off my exercise were the times I probably drank a bit too much, I put on weight, and I didn't cope with things as well as I should have. Purely from experience. So you can take it or leave it, but my advice to you is try and keep up that physical exercise in a regular capacity. It will help you cope with things as they come up. And I'm not talking about the first fatal you go to, the first mangled body you go to. I'm not talking about that. It'll be the gradual build-up. Okay, you're coming off night shift, you're going on to days off after night shift, but you've got 5 briefs that are due. It's that paperwork stuff. That is the stuff, and the shift changes. That's the stuff that'll start to build up when you're probably quicker. The other stuff you'll get plenty of support for. Those critical incidents you go for, there'll be plenty of support there. But it's that gradual build-up. And if you are physically fit, you will cope with it better. So that's probably my advice there. That is the stuff. You've heard enough from me. That's the stuff that'll build up when you're probably I saw someone not there. The other stuff you get plenty of support. So I will now hand over to the Assistant Commissioner. Once again, well done. I'll talk to you about that more after Assistant Commissioner. You are physically fit, you are able to
Good morning, everyone. What a strange sight this is, to be honest. Can't really believe it, but nevertheless it is a significant day for you all. And probably from day one, and when you're sworn in, and all the other milestones that you have, you probably don't remember a lot of what's been said, but you actually remember how you feel at the moment. And how you feel at the moment is probably going to be a lot different to the normal graduations that we have. You can't even see your smiles or your sense of pride just behind the mask. And actually I'll take it off because I do have sworn in. As an educator, I suppose I can talk like that, so at least you can see my smile, because I really am so pleased for you all. Today is a significant milestone. Whether you realise it or not, the milestone was set for you from the day you walked in. You all have undertaken many challenges, 90% of the challenges would have been self-imposed, to be quite honest. Will you get there? The study at night, the anxiety of perhaps something that you weren't quite sure you would get through, but nevertheless you're here today, and that's the prize, the grand prize. You've actually graduated. You're now from this day forward constables of police who will leave the academy to go into the operational world of policing. So it is a milestone. The one thing that's really in the normal sense of graduation is we have a valedictorian who normally makes a presentation to the audience and to the graduating recruits about reflections of their time at the academy. And there's two that stick out for profound statements that they made. One of them I'll use as a PSO, who was a person of Islander background, very shy, retiring, I would say introverted, and it was a big thing for him to stand up in front of over 600 people and give his speech. But the profound statement he made was that from now on, life is like a series of corners and you just don't know what's around the next. So in our training, we would say from day one that we could only ever prepare you for 10% of what you will need in the operational world. So you have had 10% of what you will need from this day forward to operate. But we're pretty confident that you are ready to go out there and do your duty. The rest will be, 20% will be watching other role models, and believe it or not, 70% will be what you actually experience yourself. So that's what it's all about. You will continue to learn as we do, and we often say every day you're in this job. If I could give you a gift, I'd give you a gift of my experience. And what I actually, there's a whole book of stories that I could tell you and anecdotes, and sometimes they're really hard to remember, and then they just pop into my mind. But you may well already have encountered people that come to you and say, well, isn't the legal system stacked against us? So this is my gift to you, just so that you don't have to worry about that. As long as you are diligent, you're professional, you apply yourselves professionally with integrity in everything that you do, you deliver a person to a prosecution, whether it's initiating a panelling notice or taking that person to court to be prosecuted. Once you've done that, that's your job. And as long as professional, diligent, ethical and professional, and I think I said that, that's your job and that's all we expect of you. The legal system has its own way of dealing with things, whether it's acquittals or lenient sentences or whatever, but my gift to you is to say, don't worry about that, just do your job, and that's all we ask for. So 99% of all of us do that. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and it will be a dent to your pride, and I've had that as many of us have. But you can hold your head high, just learn from it. If there was a mistake or something was exploited in what you might have overlooked, that's fine. As long as that's you've done your best, that's all we ask for. So when people do come up to you, civilians, and they say, oh, you do all that hard work or whatever, as long as you keep that in mind, that's usually what I say to people now, and it gives me a sense of at least, we can only do so much. So I suppose the other thing that I really wanted to say to you, Brad does we do cross over in our conversations somewhat, but today would be a very significant day for your families, and hopefully you can recount to them, and the Chief Commissioner, past and present, has committed to us having a graduation ceremony in a significant form to congratulate you in the future. So when we get through the pandemic crisis, that's what we are planning at the moment to do. So hopefully we'll have you back without the masks on, with your family there that can be at least applaud your pride. So think of them also today though, because for many of you, your family, your loved ones, your closest friends, especially your family and your loved ones, unwittingly joined Victoria Police the day you walked in through the gates. So whether they were there watching you suffering in silence, studying, or missing family events, but probably in the latest episode of pandemic, that's probably hasn't occurred anyway. But nevertheless, they've been there, or they've given you space, or they've given you counsel, or they've done all the little things that each of you, following your own pathway to get here today. That's what's so important to them as well, because they're the supports that will get you through the rest of your career as well. You don't have to have 5,000 friends, but your family will always be the closest to you for most of you. So just, when you speak to them, maybe later today or whatever it is, you can convey to them the pride that we have and the thanks that we have for the support that they've all given you to reach this milestone here today. I suppose the final thing I would want to say is, and Brad gave me a bit of latitude on this, is that policing is a great adventure full of exciting possibilities and unforeseen destinations. So who would have thought, over 40 years ago that I'd be standing up in front of our newest constables, because we've all come from the same place that you have as well. I've got the benefit of actually tracing my career back and going through it, and nowhere that I went was planned. So whether you do have a plan and an aspiration, that's terrific, but there are little junctions in the road somewhere that take you off into a different direction. And my whole career is just, where I landed here today is probably all those junctions that took me off in a different direction. Now, the last squad that graduated a fortnight ago, I actually said to them, I was expecting that I was going to be rotated. And while that might not have been, my best outcome for me personally, nevertheless, Chief Commissioner rang me up and said that job's too important out here and we don't want to sort of, at the moment, significantly impact on the command with our superintendents and our managers and myself, so I stay where I am. But I was fully prepared to go, and wherever it would be, I'd make the best of it. So what I'm really saying to you is, there will be times in your career that you may well be tapped on the shoulder, or you may go somewhere or be asked to go somewhere that you think, oh, this is not what I want to do. If I could actually tell you, before I went to be a detective, I was the senior sergeant's clerk for 3 months. It nearly brought me to tears, because I was competing against people who were, Broadmeadows and Preston and Frankston are getting crooks out of the, right, left and centre, really good crooks, and I'm getting the 78-year-old lady at Coles at Glenferrie Road, Malvern, like to add to my sort of brief. So nevertheless, that didn't, curb me getting into the CI. And what I'm really saying to you is that you may well go somewhere that you don't think is, what you aspire to do. It will lead somewhere, and people will be watching you from afar. So they'll make judgments of you, and they will tap you on the shoulder when you may not even realise that someone's been watching you and waiting to sort of pick something out that they're looking for, that you can produce there. So if that sort of gives you the idea that your career is not a linear straight up the ranks, there'll be many side steps there. So, in conclusion, can I call out Jesse, Elise, Scott and Daniel to please come forward. They're the squad leaders and the deputy squad leaders. So leave your masks on, but when you come up here, we'll stand right apart for a photo opportunity. So, are they here? Oh, there's no squad leader or deputy squad leader of these squads, so yeah, come forward. Can I call out Jesse, Elise, Scott and Daniel to please come forward? They're the squad leaders. I'll take this out, just stand over there for a sec. We'll just do a bit of orchestration. So as you know, the squad and deputy squad leaders stand before you. Brad, you might want to call the names out from where you are. Yeah, just come here. Hold on a second. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, before we go, Ray, why don't we just get a photo of the six of us like we did originally?
Okay.
Because this is for history, I think. So we'll just make sure that we're well apart of each other, if we can sort of, we want to get this out of the way. So everyone's going to smile. Okay, thanks. So final thing I want to say to you is that Hugh Miller was a great orator and great observations, passed away in the last 6 months or so. But what he said that in his he's got much information for other devices. So I think I think it's really something that
Okay, just bear with us while we sit up for a minute. Okay, just bear with us while we sit up for a minute. Okay, now as you all, just stay relaxed because this will roll through all the names. So as you come up, you can take your mask off and leave it on the chair. We don't want the photos with your mask on, so just remember to leave it on your chair when you come up, so you don't leave it up here. And there'll be 2 photos of you on your own, and then 2 photos when the squad managers, etc., step in from the side. Okay, you're right to go. We don't want the photos with your mask on. Just remember to leave it on your chair when you leave it up here. And there'll be 2 photos of you on your own. Come on. 2 photos when the squad managers, etc., step in from the side. Okay, you're right to go. Constable Tasha Ashton. Constable Tasha Ashton. Constable Timothy Beasley. Constable Timothy Beasley. Constable James Black. If the next one can come up, as whoever's next, come up. Next one will be Sean. Constable James Black. Constable Sean Butson. Constable Sean Butson. Constable Dan Kosaranu. Constable Dan Kosaranu. Constable Andrew Cumming.
Constable Andrew Cumming.
Constable Ellen Dorwood. Constable Shane Gregg. Grab stuff.
Constable Shane Gregg.
Constable Tiffany Hillard. Looks like you're going at the top, mate. So. Okay.
Constable Tiffany Hillard.
Constable Ryan Holzer's certificate of identity will be presented by his father, Senior Sergeant Frank Holzer.
Constable Ryan Holzer's certificate of identity will be presented by his father, Senior Sergeant Frank Holzer.
Grab the stuff you want. Constable Ryan Kane.
Constable Ryan Kane.
Constable James Creedman. Constable Tegan Uderman. Constable Max Parkinson. Constable Marianne Parsons.
Constable Marianne Parsons.
Constable Elise Patchett. Constable Scott Richard Jones.
Constable Scott Richard Jones.
Watch on it. It's a good one to win.
Yeah, seriously.
Apologies to the other award winners, we haven't got the awards here today. So. Constable Alexei Roberts.
Apologies to the other award winners, we haven't got the awards here today. Constable Alexei Roberts.
Constable Chad Robertson.
Constable Chad Robertson.
Constable Jason Solge.
City Ball.
Constable Brendan Cityborn. Constable Isabella Strawn. Constable Thomas Vinar. Constable Ben Watkin. Constable Benjamin Whitty's certificate of identity will be presented by his mother, Detective Leading Senior Constable Fiona Whitty, and his father, Leading Senior Constable Stephen Whitty. Get in the photo, Steve, come on.
Get in the photo, Steve.
Constable Peter Wisnowski.
Constable Peter Wisnowski.
Under Squad 28, Constable James Anderson.
Squad 28, Constable James Anderson.
Glad to see you into this job, mate.
Constable Danny Addard. There is one man glad to see the end of this joint. Constable Curtis Barker.
see the end of this job. Constable Curtis Barker.
Constable Sarah Beagley's certificate of identity will be presented by her partner, First Constable Shannon Egan.
Constable Sarah Beagley's certificate of identity will be presented by her partner, First Constable Shannon Egan. Constable Sarah Beagley's certificate of identity will be presented by her partner, First Constable Shannon Egan.
Constable Jesse Bickham.
Constable Jesse Bickham.
Constable Carolyn Catherwood.
Constable Carolyn Catherwood.
Constable Kirsty Centre.
Constable Carolyn Catherwood. Constable Kirsty Centre.
Constable Samuel Connolly.
Constable Samuel Connolly.
Constable Rowan Davies' certificate of identity will be presented by his father, Sergeant Paul Davies.
Constable Samuel Connolly. Constable Rowan Davies' certificate of identity will be presented by his father, Sergeant Paul Davies. Constable Rowan Davies' certificate of identity will be presented by his father, Sergeant Paul Davies.
Constable Jared Eames.
Constable Jared Eames.
Constable Lacey Evans.
Constable Jared Eames. Constable Lacey Evans.
Constable Timothy Ford.
Constable Lacey Evans. Constable Timothy Ford.
Constable Thomas Garcia Mulder.
Constable Thomas Garcia Mulder.
Constable Rachel Giffeny.
Constable Rachel Giffany.
Constable Joshua Guthridge. Constable Bradley Hopwood. Just one. Yeah, just one.
Bradley Hopwood.
Constable Ben Johnson.
Constable Ben Johnson.
Constable Brittany Christensen.
Constable Ben Johnson. Constable Brittany Christensen.
Constable Brent Mitchell.
Constable Brent Mitchell.
Constable Sasha Novak Stinder.
Constable Sasha Novak Stinder.
Constable Daniel Rees.
Constable Daniel Rees.
Constable Robert Rennie.
Constable Robert Rennie.
Constable Bethany Smart's certificate of identity will be presented by her father, Sergeant Darren Smart. Give her a hug, come on.
Constable Bethany Smart's certificate of identity will be presented by her father, Sergeant Darren Smart.
Still set up.
Give her a hug.
Constable Stephanie Zakaropoulos.
Constable Stephanie Zakaropoulos.
Well, then, everyone, that's all the handed out. I'll leave you in a moment indicate hands of the photographers. Please stick around, get some photos. They'll stick around and help you out with any photos that you need. I'll organise a group shot for you for your squad and any other photographs that are available. So please utilise them with regard to which they do at the chapel house. Before you get stick around, good luck with the rest of your careers. Just sort of touching on a bit the Assistant Commissioner said before. There will be people watching you, so if you do those just, yeah, if you've got a plan, great, but just be very flexible about how that works out. Just go with the flow. You never know where you want to end up, so that's sort of my last bit of career advice. Apart from that, really make sure you have some fun as well. You know, it's a very probably depressing time at the moment, you know, in the community. But there's no reason, you know, I still enjoy coming to work, you know, I still have fun when I come to work. So make sure you still have fun, or else it's not all about it. Yes, you've got to be, you know, you've got to keep your education and all that, but you've still got to balance that out, and you can still have fun at work and be respectful of your community. So make sure, I hope you have long, successful careers. I hope to see you back here at some stage in whatever capacity it is. And really heartfelt congratulations for these through difficult times. And once again, stay safe and make sure you're all safe. Well done, everyone. Good luck in your proceedings. You go.
Thank you.